Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fate Core. This is Cointract Island, episode 16. Probably the finale. We'll see how our intrepid heroes handle it is the dawn of day 5, the final day. One way or the other, because the chaos on the island will be coming to everyone's heading to one place, and they all want to kill each other.
We've spent a week on this island?
Yeah, I've been keeping track of the time ever since.
It feels like it's been months.
You've had very big days. I mean, every day has just been nearly getting killed, killing, genetically engineered monsters, making deals, getting killed by other things, or almost getting killed. Yeah, it's been a lot. Helping genetically engineered creatures escape. It's a lot. So it is dawn. The sun is just beginning. It is pre-dawn actually right now, right before dawn. You have just repelled the attack from the leftover and defeated his lieutenant Septus, the cyborg. Aava has controlled the Hydra. The director has betrayed you, but the remaining forces have let you kill the director and are desperate enough to not. They really want you to pilot that Hydra, Ava. As we begin, you have all huddled together, and you realize now. I don't think you've told Claire that your real goal is to steal whatever Dr. Chaos is after in the vault at the bottom in the basement of the tower, but the Dr. Chaos has made it clear to you that she wants you to launch the Hydra on the tower as a distraction, which is also what the coup wants. And then to meet her at certain coordinates to help her with the final part of the heist. But they need a distraction because otherwise the tower's defenses are too much for them to infiltrate. But you do have access to the boat. Claire and Bowie and Choppy are there with you. The all of you are in a little group huddle as everyone's making their preparations. So what's the game plan?
All right, so we need to call your Dr. Boss or whatever her name is to get like the details on this situation, or we just
Dr. Oz.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you got me doing it. It's not even my accent.
I want to let you in on a little bit of a secret here. That ain't even my accent, neither.
All right, so you can call up Dr. Oz. Hello? Felicia? Are you all right?
Yeah. We made sure that the Hydra works.
Great. I know that there is this pesky third force trying to take over the island, nicknamed the Leftover. He's assembled a menagerie of, chimera and other unfortunates. But I think...
Like Reddit users?
Yeah, well, yes. Truly the dregs. We're on standby. We're waiting for the Hydra to appear because that will certainly panic the defenders of the tower and force them to commit all their resources to the front gate. And we're going through the back.
About that,
yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a plan to deal with the Hydra after it's done eating everything? Because, to
flee the island.
These things real fast.
Yes. Once we get there's a portable item at the bottom of this vault, and it is worth it's worth everything. We get it. I have transportation that'll take us off the island. And then I have friends in high places who will airstrike the island, just burn it down. So, but I believe the coup has some sort of pesticide as well. They'll probably spray it because they want to go in to secure the tokens, the voting tokens so they control the company. So one way or the other, it'll be dealt with, either through fire or through poison. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, obviously, if you're really concerned, you could take the control suit with you I had a hand. I had a look at its specs, and I think you don't need to be. The control suit can be used to control it even outside of the little booth. Um,
All right, Aava, you're wearing the plug suit the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, costume change for lava over here.
So that's the third option, then I suppose. I appreciate your concern, but this is with all the marbles. I believe is the idiom. The thing at the bottom of the vault is so valuable. It's trust me. We must simply have it. But you are good to you still use the Hydra to distract the defenders, right?
Oh yeah, it's fine. In a manner of speaking.
Excellent. Oh, Felicia, you've just been a darling. I will be celebrating in Paris in only a few days. I have a lovely chateau just outside the city.
Okay. Is that all I want to ask her? Like, do I need to ask her anything else?
I mean, do we know where to go once we cause the commotion?
You have coordinates.
Right.
It's a remote spot. Like, well, it's basically between the tower and the coastline, on the northern coastline. So, like, the main gate is obviously on the sort of south point, and so you're kind of sneaking down. If you look at the big map, you can kind of see. You'll be coming from the south, and or the defender, the coup, the power plants to the south of the tower. You'll just have to circle around and get to the north side of the tower. So yeah, that's where you'll be meeting up with Dr. Ross. So yeah, you can roll empathy.
You ask her to put fucking what the fuck was her name? Vanessa on? No, just ask her if Vanessa's doing okay. Ask her if Vanessa's still there. Let's see something.
Okay. I got a 5 on the empathy for that, but I'll be like, yes. So how's Vanessa doing?
Oh, excellent. She is ready for her part of the heist. I can't. Your part is quite important, but it won't. It's not a technical one, but it's still very important. And with a 5 empathy check, well, Dr. Ross does play her cards pretty well. Well, yeah. All right. Just roll like shit. So
I've returned to my former strategy of just rolling well all the time.
So, Dr. Ross, one thing that occurs to you is that this is a heist that is obviously something you have to plan and train for, and like, because it's obviously state of the art locks and traps and defenses. So there's no way you could just be casually thrown into it and be expected to do anything regarding the traps or locks, right? Dr. Ross needs you there to back her in case Vanessa tries something. So Dr. Ross is not entirely oblivious to Vanessa, well, you realize that Dr. Ross is concerned about Vanessa and wants you there as a spoiler, to help even the odds in her favor. So,
which is funny because we already told Vanessa's crew to work for us.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, in fact, you can reach out to Vanessa's crew. Let's see, I don't remember the name of it. You made contact with one of her crew members.
Yeah, all I remember is that Indy already secured us that advantage where if it looks like we're going to win, they'll switch sides.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me find my notes. I'll see if I wrote it down.
Yasmin. All right. Yasmin is a mercenary working for Vanessa, and she's on the fence about it. Yeah, so you can contact Yasmin, get a status update.
Was I the point of contact for Yasmin? I think this happened quite a while ago.
Yeah, it's when you were outside the village or the neighborhood, on the way to the neighborhood. Yeah, so yeah, in real time. Yeah, this month ago. Yeah. So you reach out to Yasmin. What are you asking her?
Hey, so how's things looking with old Vanessa and Dr. Haas over there? I think we're kind of heating up on the island, so to speak.
Well, it's
that good, huh?
Well, we had a much larger crew before, and it's just been whittling down. People seem to be more loyal to either Vanessa or Dr. Haas. and we're starting to get picked off one by one, just accidents or getting attacked by Chimera when we go out to do something on our own. Now but it's still pretty even. There's me and 2 other people technically on Vanessa's side, and there's 3 people on Dr. Asa's side, and it's I don't know I don't even know what the package is. I just know it's worth a lot of money. Do you have any idea what it is?
Not a clue.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not leaving this island broke. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no shit. All right, look, just keep your phone ready and don't do anything alone. That's so dumb. Why would you do something alone?
Well, you have
Yeah.
to. There's too much to do. Like, we was just, we've been attacked too. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on the island. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you have to, but you've got you're right in the middle of two. You're in the middle of a rock and a hard place. Don't make yourself vulnerable. Come on, Yasmin. This is like henching 101.
You just get to me as quick as possible, all right?
We'll get there when we get there. You ain't the one giving orders here. Come on.
Okay. Well, yeah, so you have Yasmin's number. So yeah, it seems they need each other. Yeah, Dr. Ross and Vanessa need each other to do the heist. Neither one can do it on their own, but they've been just waiting. It's all about the timing of the betrayal, right? Like,
Yeah.
you need to cooperate to get to the thing, but then it's yeah, so it's going to be very dicey for sure. Yeah. So yeah, you have a couple options. You could program the Hydra to just go now, but it's very slow. You could play along with the coup forces and just do what they say and then make a break for it when the battle's really heating up. Or you can, I don't know if you have any other ideas on what the plan is.
So, Ross, I have a very important question that will determine my thoughts on this plan.
Mm-hmm.
How's that ferret swarm I have doing?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's right. The one you reprogrammed.
Goddamn ferrets.
They've taken quite a beating. You get a status update. They were actually compromised by the leftovers forces as part of the attack. So there's still some of them left, but they're not doing well. The leftover does know how to handle Chimera, so they weren't hacked. They're still under your control, but they've got low numbers. You could reroute them to do something, but they're not gonna they could kill a couple of people, but not like an entire squad or force, right?
And I spend a fate point to say that they have bigger numbers than that.
Sure, yeah. Actually, I say a fate point. You could say there's another ferret swarm that there's ways to the ferret swarms, individual and creatures died all the time. So you had to be able to add new members to the swarm, right? So you could just
Perfect.
Yeah, you could just incorporate some of the other smaller swarms and put them all under your control. So yeah.
Yes, I will do that.
All right, with the fate point, you do that. You do some cheeky, add cluster commands, and run that. And yeah, so your ferret swarm is healthier. It's still beat up, but what do you? Yeah, it's a good ace in the hole.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to pass commands through to that if anyone sends any.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're actually being loaded into a vehicle because they're throwing everything at this. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so they'll be at the front line because they can go under security fences because they're ferret sized.
All right. So I say we go along with the coup until we get there. Set the Hydra rampaging. And then we can use this ferret swarm to cover our exit.
I think that's a pretty good idea you got there, Aava.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, Claire actually comes to all of you. I was like, I'm not, I've covered wars before, but I really, I realize this is the perfect time to get to the boat. Because I know they're not going to let you go, but if you could just launch the Hydra And here's a couple of grow pros. You just get some footage. I could meet you. I'll just sneak out with Choppy and Bowie, I guess, and we can go to the boat and we can just pick you up after you sneak out from the fight. Because I think they're just going to use you as cannon fodder. But once you have the Hydra do its thing, right, then they're not going to care what happens to you, right? So like you could just, and then we could all get away.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be waiting off the coast. Choppy will be coming with me. Sure. Do you want to take Bowie or not? Because I mean, I can take him too, but I don't know. Choppy's too slow to, he
I
can't.
kind of feel like Bowie should watch over Claire.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, a reporter, I just told this girl not to go on her own, and I don't know if Choppy really counts as another person, so.
All right, so I'm going to kneel down in front of Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Going to take his little claw in my hand. I'm going to be like, all right, Bowie, you got to keep her safe. Do what she tells you, okay?
Okay. He clacks his beak several times and kind of nuzzles against your cheek a little bit. It's the most affectionate he's ever been.
I will give him many pets and half of this bag of treats I have, and I'll give the rest of the treats to Claire.
All right. Yeah, very good call. So Bowie's now motivated. Choppy has restocked somehow. You don't know. But
Everybody's food motivated here. There's Bowie, there's Choppy, there's the goblins, there's Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
We should get you some cougar juice before we go.
You've won a free cougar juice. It just starts playing a little jingle like, aha,
Oh my God.
You've won a can of Sploink. You've won a can. Yeah. So yeah, you all get cougar juice or Sploink.
I'm good. Yeah, you can have mine, Felicia. Good.
All right. It just gives you 2 cans of
And you
cougars.
get that yonky splunky.
Yeah.
I will also give Felicia my can of cougar juice.
Ugh.
All right. So they go off. So they'll be waiting for you. So you have at least one way off the island. Probably. She said, "Look. Here's you have my number. In case here's a radio. I'll wait for you until noon. After that, I think I should probably get going before they. I mean, they're gonna know that something's up. I'm sure they're watching this whole thing through drones and satellites. And once they see a giant monster attacking a building, like they're probably gonna the quarantine the entire island. So yeah, I need to
Quarantine it with missiles.
yeah. So please, be safe. Good luck. And thank you for saving my life and giving me the story of the century. But we'll get to New York and you'll be famous and rich.
Shut the fuck up. You're setting a bunch of death flags.
Okay. All right. She awkwardly hugs each of you, or shakes your hand, your preference.
Despite being like a reporter, you were like not a very people person, are you?
I went from wars to tech. In wars, it's easy. Everyone's, there's no subtlety. The shit's too real to worry about that. In tech, boy, tech's in some ways worse. But yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, look, when we get out of this, I'm going to teach you how to give a fucking proper introduction and a hug, huh?
Okay. All right. So they go off to the boat. So yeah, now it's time to load into the heavy transport vehicle. And it's time to put on the suit once more. They tweaked it a few times. It fits better, Aava. And yeah, as you were, everyone, give me a will check, and you need to get a 3. Because if not, you will not take any stress, but you will get the aspect off to war. Which, yeah.
3 easy.
I'll take that aspect.
Yeah.
I rolled a -2 for a 1.
All right. Yeah. So the 3 of you. Yeah. So, which of you got the aspects?
Everybody but me seems like.
Okay. So yeah, off to war. I can just invoke that once for free. for fun things. So yeah, you realize
Hmm.
you're marching to war. They're grim-faced, mercenaries, loaded, with weapons. IT guys that look like they're teenagers sent to the right before they hit Normandy Beach. They just wide-eyed and shaking. And a lot of grim-looking creatures. Yeah,
Is Slam still alive?
Slam is definitely alive. He's actually he's actually driving the heavy transport vehicle. Because Aava, they've set up a little control module in it.
It's true. Cockroaches really do live to the end.
But Felicia and Indy, you've both been given guard duty. You have to, keep the control booth. So the gunfire starts as you get within a couple of kilometers. You can just hear at first, boom, boom, just distant booms. And those of you with a shooting score recognize them as high caliber, like anti-material rifles. So and then that's all after 30 seconds of that, there's just just heavy machine gun fire. And that's when the explosions start. And that's when the first drone strike happens. A grenade just there's an explosion among all the marching mercenaries, and it just it's like a hand grenade size, not a huge explosion. Doesn't and it's far off from the heavy transport vehicle. And you realize you're just using off-the-shelf drones with 3D printed parts to drop hand grenades and other explosives on the coup's forces. People scatter, people start running, and Slam accelerates. And you realize, Felicia, you can give, and Felicia and Indy, you can give me awareness checks, I believe. All right, so Felicia and Indy, if you can both give me notice checks.
Oh, I fail that easy. I haven't taken notice this whole time. I'm not going to do it now.
Even in the end.
I got a 3.
All right, with a 3, Indy, you realize, based on your current, velocity and angle, Smash is a little panicking because the vehicle is of course armored like a tank, but he is going to ram the front gates with this thing instead of turning around and letting the Hydra out to take down the front gates, which would put you square in the middle of all the defenders' gun sights instead of being not that. So
which would be about as bad as it could get.
Yeah, because obviously once they see a giant fucking vehicle crashing the front gates, they're going to be, targeting it. And of course, when a giant monster comes out of it, they're going to be targeting the shit out of it. So, Smash is panicking because, he's seeing people getting blown up around him.
Okay, all right. So, can I, duck into the fucking cab or whatever's going on
You're
here?
in the cab right now.
All right. It's fucking hype talk time.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
All right, Smash. Keep your eyes on the road, but listen to me. The way you're driving is going to get us all fucking killed, full stop. So here's what you got to do, all right? When you get up to the car, when you get up to that fucking bush up there, you're going to spin the fucking wheel. You're going to spin the wheel like you're on Wheel of Fortune, and this is your last fucking roll, all right? You want to angle the back of this truck up to those gates so we don't all get blown to smithereens.
Okay, roll rapport.
That is a 3. Or no, a 4.
Oh, yeah. Damn, yeah. With that, you're able to smash. I was like, oh, yeah, that seems bad. I should say, yeah, I was just supposed to turn. You're right. I just thought, we smashed through the gate. I could just keep on driving. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Smash, you can do this. So he starts slowing down, and angling so he can turn the vehicle around, as is decided. So yeah, around you the battle is heating up. as you can see more and more of the hidden mercenaries hired by the coup to take down the tower's defenders are revealing their positions by attacking. And the tower defenders have well, you can't see the tower quite yet. Well, actually, no, it's just in view now. You finally see the tower with your own eyes. Yeah, they've got a massive security fence around it with barricades around the front gate. And it is showtime, Aava. So
All right.
give me a will check to see how well you sync up with the Hydra.
That's a 4.
All right, yeah, with the 4, you are 100%. Your sync rate is improving. And as
Ideal.
you can see that complex overlay of multiple sensory inputs to show you where the Hydra is. I assume you are just telling it to go smash the front gates, and then they want you to stay there the entire battle so they can direct it, but like you can kind of give it a quick little program, do this, then this.
Yeah.
So what kind of programming are you giving it?
Well, I'm gonna stick with it through the front gate so I can get a good idea of what's going on inside.
Okay. All right, so you start pushing it through. And the coup forces drop a bunch of smoke grenades around the area. Of course, you have like a bunch of extra senses, so you don't need vision to see. You don't need eyes to see where you're going. You start smashing it. You can see that they have a bunch of like sentry turrets and like fixed defenses on the south side that they've set up. But there's also like some military startup contractors in machine gun nests to defend it. You give me a physique check to see how well you're ripping through those defenses to open it up.
That's a 3.
Okay. Yeah. You're doing well. So meanwhile, Felicia and Indy, Smash is in the driver's seat, just kind of waiting. But there are a couple of guys guarding the vehicle, and because obviously they need to guard Aava as she works. So, but they're probably going to stop you if you try and run. So, what are you going to do? They're outside. They're outside the vehicle. You're inside the vehicle. So yeah.
Okay. You got a plan, Indy?
Not off the top of my head. Why, you got one?
Well, they're outside the vehicle. So is there a way we can get them scraped off or killed?
Scraped off the vehicle.
You can give me another notice check to look around the vehicle. Well, I mean, how would you? I mean, there probably is a way to do that. I mean, how are you thinking of doing that? Like,
well, I have no idea. I'm just saying, is this a good plan?
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Here. Hold on. I got an idea.
You definitely need to get past those guys to escape. So.
I was gonna say my intention is once I drop the Hydra off, I was going to swing those spirits around to just cause havoc.
Okay, yeah. All right, you can just group text them.
Yeah.
All right. So Aava sends a message to the group chat. Don't worry, I got this. I guess. And a minute later, both the guys get swarmed by spirits. So yeah, you've taken down the fence now, and there's no guards around the vehicle, so you have a clear shot you're next to the forest, so you could use that to go to run around to the thing to rendezvous with Dr. Oz.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send the thing. I'm just gonna set it to go work its way through all the machine gun nests.
Okay, yeah.
And then just let it do whatever it wants after that.
What was the name of your little AI assistant? I think I put it
down. Unregistered Hypercam 2.
Oh, yeah, unregistered Hypercam 2 is like, you are putting on automatic pilot mode. This is not recommended. But I can't stop you. Good luck. Have fun. The cute little AI.
I believe in it.
So yeah, it starts eating, mercenaries, growing a little bigger. You also notice some tendrils are going into the forest to absorb the biomass there. But yeah,
Surely that's fine.
yeah, don't worry about it, apparently. So who's taking point through the forest?
Oh, well, wait. I assume Felicia would be taking point
Okay.
because this is kind of a Felicia operation.
All right. Felicia, you lead the way. It's easy to navigate around the soldiers because they're focusing on the building, not on their sides. So you can go around them, but as you go in there, you can give me an athletics check because you hear something. Actually, do you want a fate point, Felicia?
Yeah, sure. We might need some fate points.
Okay.
Because I want you to know I crushed that fucking roll. It was a 6.
All right. You can still you can roll physique to absorb 5 stress from a sneaky ambush from the director who was compelled your catgirl aspect because he knew about the catgirls and knew how to camouflage his scent. So what'd you get on physique?
Versus a 5?
Yeah.
I had a 4.
Okay, so you take 1 stress as you are nicked by bullets. And the director comes out. He is wearing a combat exoskeleton. It is heavily armored. He's like a little robot man with an automatic shotgun. And he is no payouts for traitors. You're fired. You're all fired. So yeah, he was very mad, that you maimed him, and he was not dead.
If it's any consolation, I am also mad I maimed him. I tried to kill him.
Yeah. So there's gonna be combat. That was his ambush action, so he gets to go again. But you get to use dodge this time instead of physique. So he is going to shoot again at you. Just spraying and praying. So that is another 5. Let's see here. No, that is a let's see here. No, I got one better. So that is no. Oh no, that is much worse. All right, so that's a 2. So
okay, well I got a 3. So
okay. So you dodge out of the way this time. Now that you're aware, you're not pelted. So yeah, he's wearing a combat exoskeleton. Pretty tanky, but Aava, I'll say that's obviously a prototype. So yeah, Felicia, you can act first.
Well, I think my catgirl so I don't think that I'm just here to deal with provide backup for Dr. Oss. I think I'm doing something,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it definitely has to deal with catgirl training. I think I'm here to delete people. So I think the catgirl training turns on. And I have to kill this guy. I gotta kill this guy.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give you a fate point if you make this a fight to the death instead of just trying to escape. Yeah.
So I just get an even 4 to race after this dude to murder him.
Okay. He gets a 7. He is very tanky. So your claws cut into him, but you cannot find an opening in any of the joints. The joints are reinforced with flexible Kevlar armor. So yeah, he is going to be very hard to kill with brute force. So Aava, what do you want to do?
All right. So you said it's like a prototype combat exoskeleton suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hard would it be to get up behind him?
I mean, he's already shot this run. He can't. Yeah, you can, within a successful athletics check of 2. You get a 4 or better, you can act this turn. But if you just get a 2,
that is a 4.
Okay.
I rolled +3 and my athletics is 1.
Yeah. What do you want to do? You can roll crafts to analyze a weak spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanna learn something about that suit.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine since it's a prototype, it doesn't have a great operating time, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that is a 6 on crafts.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'll just that yeah he rolls a 4 for his check on how well he hit it. But yeah, you still realize he is what you do get something out of it. You could either you get an aspect critical weak spot which you can use, or you can give to one of your friends to either know a spot to remove his armor bonus permanently, or a +2 to a single roll, or to lower his physique check by 2, which is the roll he
Yeah,
uses.
I'll yell out to Felicia that there's some exposed coolant lines on his back.
Okay. All right. So Felicia, you'll have that on your next round. Indy, what do you want to do?
Man,
You can try and psych him out with provoke to get him so angry he can't think straight.
I think what I'm gonna do
Hmm?
is I'm gonna hang back. Fuck
Okay.
that.
Yeah. All right.
Understandable.
All right, sure. You do that. So next round, Felicia, you have the free aspect. You can use that for a +2 to a roll, or you can remove his armor or halve his physique score.
All right, so I get a 7 on my roll to kill him.
Okay. That's before the aspect.
That's before anything.
Okay. Well, he only gets a 4, so you'd be inflicting 3 stress
Okay.
on.
I'm going to invoke the aspect and also use my stunt, Catgirl training, to shift that by another 4. I want to eviscerate this man in the goriest way possible.
Let me see here.
Since I didn't take a turn, can I have turned around and covered my eyes?
All right, I'll give you that. Yeah, well, between that, yeah, you shut his coolant down, and yeah, you can narrate how what is the end of the director.
Oh yeah, so I tear the coolant off, and so it makes the arms go slow.
Mhm.
So I get underneath him and I grab one of his like super powered arms now that the armature is folding, and I bend it around using the Catgirl steroids and strength, and then jam it up through the bottom of his jaw, and he just crushes himself with the force of his own battle suit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how you do it. He is quite dead, and you have succeeded in your mission. So, give me a will check as you snap out of your kill training, as the mission is complete, and you kind of blacked out there.
Oh, no big deal. That's a 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. So, actually though, I will invoke Warzone aspect on Indy. You are looking away. Unfortunately, you look at
definitely saw that too with all of her sensors and shit.
Yeah. Well, Indy, you're looking away from the close by fight, but you're just in time to see someone get vaporized by a mortar. So give me a will.
Everywhere you fucking look.
Yeah, it's like you're in the middle of a battle.
Not so great.
Yeah. Do you beat a 3?
I don't beat a 3.
All right. 3 minus whatever you rolled.
Oh, just a 1 then.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's not great to see. So yeah. You all continue on running the fuck away because you're in the middle of a war zone and it's not but you flank around and about 15-20 minutes later you're at the rendezvous point, and you can see a couple of dead guards with bullet holes squarely in their forehead, and a open door leading, security door leading with that's ajar, leading to stairs leading down. There is Yasmin there, standing guard at the door, and she's sort of waving, waiting for all of you to show up. You see her before she sees you. So, Felicia, you're leading the way. What do you do?
Who are we seeing again?
Yasmin.
Plant.
The one of the people helping Vanessa and Dr. Ross. Technically,
Well, I'm obviously covered in gore, so I'm just going to be very professional and be like, "Nah, we're ready."
Damn. That's not your blood, is it?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. Well, yeah, this way.
You should see the other guy. Am I right?
You really shouldn't see
No.
the other guy. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Yeah, we've dealt with the guards up here. We don't know how long we have before they know that someone's down here, because the Hydra's doing its job. Yeah, the battle's still going on. 15 minutes later, you don't know. You have no idea how long it's going to take for one side or the other to win. Actually, you can hear new explosions coming from a different side. Yasmin says, "You know, I think the leftovers joining the battle, trying to take both sides by surprise. I don't want to find out though. Shit's getting wild up here. Let's go down below. So if you go down the stairs, it's like a high-tech maintenance tunnel, lots of pipes, control panels. It's got red security lighting, and you come all concrete and goes down and down and down. You realize you're at least 5 or 6 stories down before it opens up to a larger room, which has a massive like blast/vault door in front of it. And you all finally see Dr. Oss and Vanessa in person. And they each have 3 entourage members on each side of the room. Everyone is very calm and cordial. They all seem to have silenced handguns and knives and crossbows and other exotic weapons. They're all mostly wearing like black cat suits, kitted out with tactical gear. Felicia, what does Dr. Oss look like, and how is she decked out now?
So obviously, like whatever, like the sexiest evil mad scientist you can think of, like that's absolutely what Dr. Chaos looks like. So she's definitely matches Aava in that she's wearing some kind of like hat suit or like plug suit that is like, of course, unzipped down to the navel. And she's insane for sure.
Yeah, she is very Dr. Oss is just brimming with joy. She has got a big smile on her face. She's humming to herself. One of her entourage members is cracking the vault door right now, while everyone else is waiting. Dr. Oss says, "Oh, thank you all. I'll explain what your part is in just a moment, but as you can see, with like every proper plan, everyone has a part. And Sharon here is the safe cracker. So we're just being nice and quiet so she can focus." And you can see Sharon is blowing a bubble with some bubble gum and has earbuds in, so she's not hearing any of this. You each have the sounds of the battle are still going on, but they're very muted at this point. So you each have time for a little breather, but the tension, it is quite tense in there. Everyone in there is looking at each other, just with serious intent, but you can each do an action, but I will say, you can just waste your action and just do nothing productive and get a fate point. If you can tell me what aspect will let you kind of space out, and not think about, are you focused on the job or not? Aava, you got the plug suit. You're still connected to the Hydra. It's kind of hard to read the signals, though. It's very chaotic. So are you going to do something productive, or are you just going to space out?
Oh, I'm just going to space out. I have absent-minded cat's curiosity. Okay. I'm really interested in what that safecracker's doing.
Okay, yeah. The plug suit has a little magnification feature, so you're watching that. And it's really neat. It's nothing like the lockpicking lawyer or anybody like that. This is way more advanced. So it's pretty neat, but you only watched halfway through, so you're only getting part of the process. But it's really neat. So yeah, you get a fate point. Indy, what about you?
Oh baby, anything for a price. I am staring a hole in that fucking safe, like running a laundry list of like, what the fuck could be worth all this money?
Okay.
Is it a code? Is it a fucking computer? Or is it a person?
Okay. Yeah. What aspect lets you do that?
Anything for a price.
Anything for a price. Okay, yeah, the same. All right, yeah, you get a fate point. Because you're just like, oh shit, these are the really serious people. They're really kitted out. This is going to be worth a lot of fucking money. And finally, Felicia, what about you? Are you...
Can I have 2 fate points?
Well, there'll be more opportunity.
I'm going to tell you why I should have 2.
Okay.
I want an aspect called downloading target data.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Where instead of paying attention to what's going on, the Catgirl training is focused on every member of the team here and how I can kill them the quickest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not cognizant of anything going on. And then I definitely feel like you should use that aspect to cause a problem later.
I'll give you 2 fate points for that, but you kind of just sort of like totally space out. You're not really conscious of any of this.
Oh yeah, I'm not here at all.
All right. Yeah. All right. You'll earn those 2 fate points. I will say that. So if you're really sure about that, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So the vault door finally opens after a few minutes. It slides open perfectly quiet, perfectly balanced on its hinge systems. It's like over a foot thick. You never would have gotten through that with brute force. And it reveals a long corridor. One of the entourage is about to step in, and Doctor says, now it is Vanessa's part. Vanessa sort of stretches a little bit, takes off her belt of gadgets, except for one little pouch, and starts, jumping through. Doctor, they're lasers. Very deadly lasers. So yeah, Vanessa's doing this gymnastics through a corridor of laser death traps.
I've seen this in so many Resident Evil games.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it's very original. It's a original idea. Cointract Island is nothing but original ideas. So yeah, this is the second phase of the heist. So again, I'll just go again. You can space out or do something productive. Aava.
I would definitely like another fate point.
Okay. What are you spacing out about now?
I think I'm running checks on my cyberware.
Okay. Well, not productively though. So yeah,
no.
Yeah, okay.
Everything is good. It doesn't need to be checked.
Okay, yeah. You're kind of running like scan disk on your yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, very very basic maintenance stuff that you could put off and is not meaningful except for long-term maintenance. But you're like, "Oh, this is a good time to do that." Yeah. So yeah, sure. Indy, same thing.
With the door open now, I think Indy's just like, oh, it's a fucking hallway? That's boring as shit. We're gonna have to kill these people. And so is like, I'm walking, I'm pacing the room, but I'm want to try and end myself up in a position that is very advantageous to be in when everything suddenly goes akimbo.
Okay. Well, you can see there is the corridor does end and turns off to the left, so this is not the end of the thing. But yeah, you could either roll empathy or notice to give yourself an advantage.
I think I've got more notice.
Okay. Yeah.
3.
All right. With a 3, you do notice that Dr. Oz subtly brushes up against one of the entourage on Vanessa's side, not Yasmin, but one of the other ones who you don't know. And as she's walking around, and you can see just the faintest. You realize she planted it's kind of like a skin patch, like a dermal patch. But yeah, which is quite odd.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, that is what you realize. That there is some sort of position going on. So, and finally, Felicia.
Yeah, I think I'll do something productive. I'm gonna use empathy to see exactly who is on whose side.
Okay, yeah, empathy, yeah.
That's gonna be a 5.
Okay, with a 5. You do see Dr. Oz and Vanessa obviously want to kill each other. The entourage seems to be very divided except for Yasmin, because Yasmin is looking at you 3 kind of nervously every once in a while.
Jesus, don't give it away.
Yeah, she's trying to be subtle about it, but it would be a very bloody fight that would be decided on the slightest mistake. Yeah, this is you're on a tinder pile waiting to ignite. Everyone's on a razor's edge. Everyone's a seasoned killer who's made it this far. You also, do notice there is a armored briefcase in the corner that Dr. Oz picks up. Yeah, so you also get the aspect. So you've seized up the crew, so you get a free aspect. Anything based on judging any of the entourage, because there's 6 total, 3 on each side. Sharon, the safe cracker, is definitely on Dr. Oz's side, and Yasmin, the mercenary, is definitely on Vanessa's side, but you've talked to Yasmin, so yeah. But the lasers shut off, and Vanessa signals for everybody to come over. You go through the corridor. Sharon goes first, and it's fine. Everyone else kind of follows, like, okay, it's fine. It's not going to kill us. Not going to cut us to pieces. You turn the corner. There's a glass door that Vanessa pops open easily, revealing a very barren concrete room. But inside is this pillar of technology. It's this massive supercomputer. Aava, you've never seen anything quite like it. This is obviously cutting edge prototype tech. But Dr. Oss goes to it and says, "This is the crown. These are the crown jewels of Cointract. This contains the entire, all of it, and the secrets, everything, all of the data." And she starts hacking the computer. She uses devices you actually recognize. They were some of the gadgets that you had to get for Vanessa. That Yasmin had to retrieve.
Didn't we subvert one of those in some way?
You subverted some other stuff. Like, I don't have.
So I remember we had a minute where we were alone with the briefcase, and I did something.
Okay,
but I didn't write down what that something
planted
was.
a tracker on it. Because I'm pretty sure pretty sure we were tracking them. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'll say if you spend a fate point, you could come up with some other advantage, but yeah. So
okay.
So the armored briefcase has a custom hard drive in it, and it looks like Vanessa's plan is to copy the data. And as she's doing that, Vanessa's now walking around, and pacing as Dr. Oss is hacking things. So yeah, this is the next phase. Again, we'll just do the same thing. So, Aava.
I'm going to kind of lean against a wall and check in on what's going on with the Hydra.
Okay. Give me probably a lore check to understand what the fuck's going on.
What is my lore? All right, that's a 3.
Okay. It's definitely going rogue. It is without active control, and given the sheer amount of chaos, it is now just trying to focus on surviving. So it's just growing in all directions, and it's growing towards biomass. So it is actually retreating away and heading into the forest. But it has figured out how to. It's actually mutated already. It's figured out how to generate lightning bolts to strike targets at a distance.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So also these
probably fine.
The leftovers forces have attacked en masse. There is lots of zombie cyborgs. There's a pack of couriers, but they're like wolf crow hybrids running around. And yeah, so it's getting really nasty out there, but the defenders do have flamethrowers.
One of those once.
Yeah. It is quite crazy up there. But yeah, you've lost control over it. You still have monitoring on it because you're not using it that much, but you could try and give it one more command, but you'd have to up your sync rate, so that would mean a will check.
I'll worry about that at a more pressing time.
Okay.
Because I'm sure having the ability to give it one more command will be important later.
Indy, what do you want to do?
Who's Yasmin's? So obviously our side, but whose side is Yasmin on? Like
Vanessa.
Vanessa. All right. So Vanessa's pacing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Oss is presumably occupied with
hacking.
Whatever hacking. Yeah. I'm gonna move on over to Vanessa, and pull out a notebook, scribble something in it, and then show Vanessa the notebook and wink. And in the notebook I have, so when are you planning on offing her?
Okay. All right. Give me a rapport check to sell it.
Has Vanessa met me?
I don't think so. Yeah, so you can use deceit.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
Damn, with a +0?
Hell yeah.
With a roll. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn. All right. She will get to resist. She does not get a 6. Yeah, she only gets a 4. So yeah,
I put the notebook and the pencil in her hands.
she kind of gestures for you. She kind of indicates for you to cause a distraction or to like draw the attention away of Sharon. Like she indicates for you to talk to Sharon, get her attention.
Okay. All right. What's Sharon doing currently?
Nothing. She's waiting. She was the safecracker who opened the vault door.
All right. Yeah. All right. Easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sidle on over to Sharon and be like, hey, so, I think we might share a bit of a field. My name's Indy. I cracked a couple of safes in my time. How do you work on up to a safe like this? Because I was cracking safes back when there was just a couple of tumblers and that's about it. But I assume something like that's got electronics and biometrics, etc., RFID kind of shit. What's it like to how do you get into the field?
How old are you? Sharon is very
Don't worry about it. I'm old. I was watching fucking Johnny Bravo on Cartoon Network.
Who?
Yeah. don't worry about it. Like I said.
So as you're talking, Vanessa goes behind Sharon and brushes against her. And from your position, Indy, you can see that like she sort of made contact and planted something on. You can't see it's on her back, but planted something on Sharon.
Interesting. Okay.
The Dr. Oz like steps away from us, like, well, the data's copying now. We'll soon have it. It says, fortunately, I managed to unencrypt it, so we'll have a complete package here in not too long.
Complete global. Sorry, wrong game.
So at that point, coming from the laser corridor, it's like you hear a voice. You've all heard this voice before because you've all watched some of the Cointract promotional videos, and you know that voice as the CEO, Wickus von Blurk. Wickus, what are you doing with my property? Does anyone simply want to give me my property and get a substantial bonus? So you peer out in the hallway and he's standing there by himself, seemingly unarmed. And he says, look, it's very simple. I'll pay any of you except for Dr. Oss a substantial bonus to give me that contents of that briefcase. Give me that briefcase, and you can come with me on my yacht, which I have offshore, and we'll be very, very rich. Say 5 million per person. Just kill Dr. Oss and give me the suitcase, and we'll be off for margaritas or beers, I suppose.
Whatever poor people drink.
Yes. At this point, Vanessa's like, why do you want the briefcase? It's you should already have it. Well,
listen, what's your Mr. What was his last name?
Blurk. Blerk. Blurk.
All right, Mr. Jerk. So we got I just wanted to report to you on this matter, so I'm gonna step up to him. I'm gonna walk up to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's never met me. This fucker's never met me. Fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold out my hand for a handshake. Very official.
You excuse me if I don't shake your hand until you've you are.
Yeah, of course. Look, I get what you mean. I work for Rachel and Ross. We're on a recovery team essentially. Dr. Ross has been pacified, and myself and my compatriots here and here. I gesture vaguely to any of the people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Have the situation under control, and your assets will be returned to you. However, there were a couple expenditures that we will need to build your office. Do you mind discussing that? Is there somewhere I could send that bill? Look, here is my documentation. I'm going to pull out my PDA, and I'm sure, being fucking swindler that I am, I have some sort of pre-built, invoice of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hand it to him. And it has official Cointract boilerplate on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So what is your, are you just trying to distract him as long as possible? Or are you trying to get something out? What is your intention with...
I want to pacify him in regards to his perception of me. I want to inure him to me.
All right. Yeah. Give me a deception check.
That's 6.
6. Jeez. You're good at that.
Listen, I can do once. I can do a really good deceive once.
Yeah. So he does not, you realize he does not perceive you as a threat. He pushes by you, says, look, I need Dr. Oz dead, and I need that suitcase, and I need to get off this island. And anyone who helps me will be very rich, and I can't believe I have to explain this more than once. Even though I'm the CEO, they don't just give me unrestricted access to the data. There's rules to the company, they said. I thought this was a place without rules. They said, well, we need to make sure the investors are happy. Well, I'm an investor. I may not be the majority investor, but I'm still an investor, and I run the company. Give me all the data, I said. But no, they wouldn't. Yeah.
With his back to me and him completely ignoring me now, can I just, roll my eyes and knife him?
Yeah. Go and make it a fight check.
All right. Oh, baby. That's also a 6.
All right.
Can I put that knife right in his kidney?
No, he blocks it. He spins around, expertly grabs it. Hey, I saw this movie called Upgrade. Really cool.
Oh, God damn it. You're one of those fucking transhumanists, ain't you?
Yeah, then it bugs out for a second, and he tries to swing at you, but he only gets a 2. So you need to block a 2 with a fight or athletics.
I block a 2 with an athletics. I jump back.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a fight. So Dr. S says, look, the data's not done copy. This is your part. You deal with him. I'll look after the hard drive. So he's, she's looking at you, Felicia and Aava. So you got to kill the CEO, Wikus von Blurk, and I cannot say that name enough. So the son of a South African diamond mine owner. So yeah, very cool guy.
Recently broke up with his longtime short-term girlfriend wife, with whom he has 2 kids, mimes.
One is reverse Polish notation, and one is advanced calculus. That's the name of their kids. So he gets to go again because he's a big bad guy, and he is going to actually jump at Aava, because Aava looks like the scariest person. What with the suit and the cybernetics. So
understandable mistake.
Yeah. He gets a 5.
All right. I'm gonna use physique to just take this hit.
Okay. He does have weapon 1. So if he gets a success, he'll do an additional point of stress. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 3.
All right. So that will be 3 stress.
All right.
As he expertly, you've seen the movie Upgrade. Yeah. He's I
haven't actually.
Okay. So basically, cybernetics AI pilots a human for massive hand-to-hand efficient combat proficiency. So he's fighting like he's in the Matrix. He does a leaping kick at you, claws you at the face, knees you in the chest, and it's a very, very efficient and brutal combo. Your control suit is many things, but it is not armored. It is in fact very, very tight. That is his action. Felicia, you can go.
Can I spend my turn? So can I spend a fate point to say that this is one of the things that the Catgirl program was designed for, was having to deal with all of the CEOs and lawyers and everybody else who made themselves super strong and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, actually,
can I spend my fate point on that?
That'll give a story effect. So yeah, you spend the fate point, and then Felicia, you just say this in a robotic tone. That's like, Wikus von Blurk's combat AI is extremely efficient, but it can be predicted with a version 5.0 or greater combat firmware available, and starts reading off a directory name and a login and password name. So yeah, the AI used for the software that he fights with. If you have better software, it will just automatically win. So Aava, you can now just upgrade your firmware.
Yeah, sure.
And you'll be able to defeat that. That'll take an action. But you can still act, Felicia, because you just said that, like, without realizing it.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'm gonna try and fight him then, because I have all the cat girlness.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a 5.
All right. He is going to spend one of his fate points to reroll. And he gets a 7. He has one more fate point left.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it miss then, because even if I spend, it'll tie in it. That's not good.
Yep. But yeah, you baited out one of his fate points. And he is so you're fighting to a standstill. It looks like your cat girl programming is very similar, definitely a match for it. Indy, let's see here. Well, that was Felicia's turn. Aava, you can go next. If you want to upgrade your firmware, that would be a crafts check.
That's a 6.
Okay. Yeah. Next round you'll be able to fight with it. You'll get a +6 on all fight checks against Wickus von Blurk, starting with your next action. So
I'm also going to declare that that stunt I never took, which is going to be combat firmware.
Okay.
Which is just going to be flat 2 to fight with cybernetics.
Actually, you could use it. You could substitute your another skill for fight when using with cybernetics. Yeah.
Well, that would be physique, and my physique and fighter at the same point, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'd say your implant gives you a bonus against other cybernetically enhanced foes. So instead of just a universal +2, but yeah, basically against anything that's augmented, chimera,
perfect,
cyborgs, all that good stuff. Yeah, you upgrade, and finally, let's see, Indy.
Who's all standing right now? Who's left? Who's alive?
Well, all of the entourage, everyone's still alive. No one's been killed yet. You're just out in the corridor outside of the data vault room. Actually, you look over the room. Everyone is, all the entourage is Vanessa and Oz are just watching each other. It's like OK Corral in there. They are just waiting for something. They're about to kill each other. They have all lined up.
They have 3 each, right? Mm-hmm. They have three fuckers each.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can see a big progress bar on the screen of the supercomputer as it's slowly reaching 100% data transfer. Very dramatic. Your two friends are fighting.
Felicia. I think I'm going to let Felicia and Aava handle the fucking CEO. And I'm going to set the groundwork for whatever comes next.
Okay.
So is it possible do I have a count of whoever got the fucking patches on them? We saw somebody else. We saw
it looks like they each
on somebody.
Yeah. And you saw Vanessa put a patch on somebody. Or something on somebody. So they each put one patch on.
All right. I am going to move back over to the main computer, kind of announcing my presence, saying, "All right, look, I ain't quite as impressive as the fucking cybernetic warrior or whatever you cooked up in a lab over there, but I am the back line. And this is our payday, so I ain't gonna move a fucking inch from this spot till we get this sorted out, all right?"
Okay, in order to do that, you have to walk between both groups.
Ah, shit. Okay, I see now. All right, yeah, I'll athletics that shit.
All right, you're just gonna dodge roll in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge roll in there. That's a 4.
All right, yeah, you dodge roll in there. And that's enough to trick it off. So what happens is, the person that Dr. Oz put a plan on that explodes. That person's hand is gone.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the one that Sharon, the safecracker, suddenly seizes up and foam goes out of her mouth. That was a poison implant. So and then the remaining Dr. Vanessa, Dr. Oz, and the remaining 4 entourage members, 2 on each side, all just go into a massive battle. So they all start fighting each other. And yeah, so now it's round 2. Everyone's fighting to the death. Yeah. So Wickus von Blurk is switching targets to you, Felicia, because you're obviously the most dangerous target. And he is kung fu fighting with a 5.
Well, I'm going to use a fate point to reroll that. I tie.
Okay. He is going to spend his last fate point to inflict 2 more damage, 2 stress on you, which will actually inflict an additional point of stress because he has weapon on his. So yeah, unless you want to spend a fate point.
No, I'm just going to absorb that 3 stress then.
All right. As he solidly punches you in the stomach, knocking you back and causing you to gasp. You know, one of those square punches that sort of puts a pause to the fight as he sort of stands back up. Looks very pleased with himself. But he has his back. Well, he doesn't have his back, but he's facing both you and Aava. Yeah, Felicia, you can go next.
All right, so I get a 5 on my fight.
Okay. Yeah, no, he just rolls. Yeah, he is extremely. He gets an 8.
I don't think I can beat an 8.
Yeah. So Aava, so you get an additional +6 plus your fight score.
So I'm going to roll, and I'll describe how this goes depending on how I roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so without the +6, I rolled a 0, so I get a 5, because I got the +2 to fight with any enhanced individual.
Mm-hmm. So he gets a 6 on his native defense roll. So yeah.
Yep. And then I get another 6 on top of that?
Yep. Yeah, because basically your software knows his software and predicts everything he's going to do before he does it. So it's just, you can 100% this fight. Like, you could narrate, what do you do to this guy? Yeah, to inflict 6 stress onto him. I don't think he's taking any. Yeah, so that won't defeat him in one round, but it will, beat the shit, almost knock him out. Almost take him out.
All right. So what this looks like is I slip inside his guard, and then I just reach up and grab him by the neck. And then pick him up and slam him into the ground.
Okay, yeah. He tries to break the grip, but you know how to defend against it. And you, after you slam him into the ground, it goes for your knee but you manage to jump away before he shatters your knee. But yeah, you slammed him into the ground with your cybernetic strength. He took a shitload of stress. So yeah, 6 stress is quite a fucking lot. So the fight's going very good. So he looks very concerned now. He's no longer so confident. Yeah, meanwhile, Indy, you're in the middle of 6 people, highly skilled people, all trying to murder each other. It's just turned into a melee. They're all silenced pistols, knives, throwing knives, pistol crossbows, garrots, just martial arts. It's a blur of action and blood. What are you gonna do?
Realize that I am highly undertrained for being in this situation. I'm just a swindler. How did I get here? Talked myself into one too many situations is what I did. All right. Is anybody even focusing on me?
Not right now. I mean, if you try and do anything to the computer, they'll all see because that's in front of them. But
right, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything to the computer. What I am going to do is, does Dr. Oss's nobodies do they have names? The ones that are still alive?
Yeah, Yasmin is one, and then you can give me the name of the other one.
I thought Yasmin was on Vanessa's side.
Oh yeah, Yasmin's on Vanessa's side. So yeah, both of Dr. Sharon's dead, so you can name either of those two.
Cynthia,
okay.
I'm going to kill Cynthia. I'm just going to go straight for Cynthia while she's like, oh, I'm focusing on these other targets that are much more higher risk.
All right. How are you going to try and kill Cynthia?
I assume that I have some sort of, handgun or something.
Yeah.
Cynthia's going to take whatever ammo I have in that.
Okay. Yeah, roll shoot.
I'm going to spend a fate point, because I earned my fate points earlier. So that's going to take that up to a 1. That'll be a 4.
Cynthia goes down. Very good. So Dr. Oss looks at you. You've crossed the line. Let's see here. New round. Von Blurk is incredibly angry and is going to try and grapple Felicia to use her as a hostage. But he's out of fate points and he got a 2 because I rolled a -3. Thanks. Nice spot. So yeah, you just need to beat a 2.
Okay, I beat him by 1.
Only I had a fate point. for this character. Do you want a fate point, Felicia?
God.
For what?
Catgirl training. All right, yeah, this is going to be compel. You have to spend a fate point for him not to know a command word that can stun you.
Okay, yeah, I will. Can I just resist it instead, like a will save or something?
Yeah, that'll be against his +5. It'll be an opposed roll. Your will versus his +5. He is a boss, so you need to beat a 5 on a will check.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I get a 5 on a will check, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then, yeah. You get a fate point then, and you manage to resist that. So he's that's his action. He can defend with a +5. But Aava, do you want to take the first shot against him?
Sure.
All right.
All right. So again, that is a 5 + 6.
All right. So that's 9 stress you inflict on him altogether. So how do you dismantle Vicus von Blurk?
Have you seen that part in Resident Evil 1 where the very first of the Tyrant series is there and Wesker's unleashing it and he goes, "The ultimate life form," and then it punches through his chest? Anyway, take it away, Aava.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
I think I just punch him really fucking hard.
Yeah, it's like that. It's something that would not be out of place in the story of Ricky either. It is incredibly gory. And unfortunately that also reveals his backup thing. This you realize, one, this was not actually Vicus Wilkes von Blurk, but a clone of him that he is remote piloting with cybernetic droneware. But also he filled the inner cavity with an experimental, let's see, how did Faye put it?
Oh, fuck. I made this one?
Yes, a nanite cloud that doesn't distinguish between different kinds of plastic. Yeah, we're also going to say everyone's been eating microplastics on the island. So, yeah, just a nano swarm cloud that is going to...
Remember this one. This is a nanite cloud that is supposed to, solve the green problem. We're just gonna digest all the plastic in the ocean by filling the ocean with nanites that digest plastic. That'll fix everything, right?
Yeah.
And not turn the planet into gray goo.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be a problem next round as it starts to erupt, leak out of his body. In fact, Aava, give me a physique check. This will be against a 5.
Oh, thank fuck. That's a 6.
All right, you've managed to get it out in time before it starts to eat through your control suit and cyberware. So so you're definitely on a clock now. Unless you can figure out a way to get rid of the nanoswarm cloud. We'll deal with that next round. But meanwhile, Indy, Dr. Oss, she is going to drop a grenade of some kind at your feet.
A fucking grenade?
Well, you don't recognize the type. It seems it's not like a frag grenade. You can tell that.
Okay. Presumably it doesn't have a destructive radius that extends to wherever the computer is.
I mean, it looks like a grenade. You don't know what the thing is.
My first instinct says, there's a grenade at my feet. Instinct takes over. I'm jumping over to wherever the fucking computer is.
Okay. Give me athletics.
All right. I'm also going to spend a fate point on that because I don't want to get fucking pulped. So that's going to be a 5.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it starts emitting the smoke, some sort of gas. You don't know exactly if it's regular smoke or poison or what, but it's definitely going to fill this room pretty soon. The data vault does beep. And that is, so, here's who's left alive at this point. Dr. Oss wounded, Vanessa wounded, Yasmin wounded, and you 3. And the corridor outside is filling up with a nanoswarm. The room inside is filling up with a unknown gas that only Dr. Oss would know about. And the progress bar is about 95%. Almost done. It'll be done at the end of this new round. So everyone pauses, looks at each other, reassess the situation. Dr. Oz says, if you... at this point, though, Dr. Oz says, well, I saw this coming. Felicia, what's the phrase she says to activate your Manchurian candidate, kill your friends subliminal messaging command that you got 2 fate points for?
I'll have the regular.
Felicia, I'll have the regular. So, Felicia, you have to attack one of your friends. And after that, you can make a will check to work down the stress pool of your subliminal command, which is 4 stress. So, and it will defend it. You're basically, you're using your will to erode your commands and regain your control, but it has a stress pool, and so it may take multiple rounds to break free. But you have to attack a friend right now. Who will it be as the command surges forward?
R.I.P. Aava.
I'm so excited for this.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Roll fight.
All right, Aava, it's really easy. Can you just beat a 5?
Yeah, I'll try and take it with physique. That is a 4.
All right.
And I will spend a fate point on extremely expensive cyberware.
All right. Cat girl claws, scrape against metal.
Sparks fly and it looks sick as fuck.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a high frequency shriek as the metal on metal rends, leaving sparks everywhere. Aava, yeah, the room is beginning to fill up with the nanoswarm cloud. Yeah, Felicia already acted. Actually, no, Felicia, give me a will check.
All right, so I get a 6.
Okay. So let's see here. That inflicts 3 stress on it. Okay. You're beginning to fight through your control, but you're not over yet. Indy, Vanessa yells, "Look, just kill Dr. Oz. She has to die."
All right, yeah, I'm gonna yell. I'm already fucking on it. Yasmin, back me up. And that's the signal for her to kill fucking Vanessa.
Okay. Give me a rapport check to make a.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or give me what check. What I'll let you choose what skill to basically like in an instant make Yasmin believe you're a better cause than Vanessa. Like, Yasmin,
I have the laptop. I grab it. I have that
no,
shit.
it's plugged into the thing. You can't remove it until it's 100%.
Oh, yeah. But, like, I jumped on it earlier.
Okay.
Whenever I dodged the grenade. I'll use Deceive.
Okay.
I'll use Deceive, obviously.
You obviously don't have that bonus, though, but yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously. Yeah. I still don't need it.
Okay.
That is a fucking... let me double check what that is. Wait, okay, no. First, let me get the order straight.
Mm-hmm.
Am I rolling to deceive Vanessa first or shoot Dr. Oz first?
Convince Yasmin that I'm the winning horse. You should back me.
Right.
Like.
All right. So I'm gonna burn a fate point.
Okay.
I think I have 1 left, maybe, because I got the fate point earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a fucking 6.
Okay. Yeah. Yasmin believes you, and is going to shoot Dr. Oz. You're going to shoot Vanessa.
Yeah.
All right. So she shoots Vanessa, and Vanessa's very surprised. So Dr. Oz is going to shoot you, though.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, let's see what she gets. She does have a +6 to her roll. So that's a 5 shooting on you, Indy.
I can't. I'm not even gonna fuck that.
Well, you can mitigate it. Yeah. You kind of want to mitigate it.
But so, I mean, would I mitigate it with athletics or
athletics? Yeah, or physique to tank it. I would imagine. Yeah.
Is it just the difference is what I take in stress?
Yeah. Now with your negative roll, that just means you're going to get the full thing. So
yeah.
So yeah, 5 stress. Can you take that and still be standing?
I think so. I think I can fill out a box. And can I take a fucking consequence?
If you have one open, which one are you taking? Mild, moderate, or severe?
A mild consequence.
All right, bleeding. Yeah.
All right. Great.
Yeah, so she shoots you. Yasmin shoots Vanessa. Vanessa goes down because she was surprised. New round. The smoke is filling up the room. Give me a physique check. Everyone's active there. Yeah. So yeah, now the data vault room is smaller. So yeah, the poison gas is now affecting everybody in the data vault room. All right. All right. New round. And first off, Indy, give me a physique check because now you're breathing in the poison gas.
The nanite swarm.
No, the poison gas is in the data vault room. That's from the grenade.
That's too many things.
Yeah. Dr. Haas dropped that. The nanite swarm is in the corridor outside the data vault. And
that's a 3. So
you're
so
fine
what
this round.
What does bleeding do for me? What do I get out of bleeding?
Nothing this round. I can compel it for to give you a disadvantage. But yeah, it's basically you have consequences, and you only have so many of them to absorb stress before you're knocked out. But like it's like a grazing, bleeding wound, so it's not super serious. So mild consequences.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So the nanite swarm is going to be doing something this round, actually right now as well. So the people. So Felicia, give me a physique check. You're just in kill your friends mode.
Is this to survive the nanites or to fight my friends?
Survive the nanites. So it's physique.
Okay, this is a 5.
All right, yeah, you're not affected by them yet. They're not very dense yet. Aava, also give me a physique check.
Oh, thank God. That is a 5.
Okay. So this round there's not enough of the nanite swarm on you to cause any serious damage. You're just getting the very, very top cells of your body being scraped or consumed. So
that's fine.
Yeah. So Felicia, you can give me another fight check against Aava, and then you can give me a will check to see how quickly you resist.
That's a 7 to fight Aava.
All right. Aava, you can use physique or athletics.
All right, that's a 3 physique.
Total? Okay, so that's 4 stress on you.
All right, I will fill my 4 stress box.
Okay.
And then that's a 6 for me to resist for the will save.
Okay. With 6. Oh, no, never mind. It fights very well. This round it does not. You're still holding on. You only inflict 1 stress onto it.
I will spend a free invocation on Girl Anatomy
to
give her a +2 on that.
Oh, okay, yeah. With that, Felicia, your body. How do you help Felicia regain control?
I think that document had some rudimentary commands.
Okay.
So I think I just confuse it with junk commands.
Okay, what are the junk commands?
I am bad at coming up with command words.
No, it's the kill word too. I'll have the regulars. No thanks, I'm not hungry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be phrases no one will ever say. So it's you.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Who's gonna say that in the middle of a firefight?
That's true.
Right.
So so next round Felicia, you'll be stunned as your body is kind of rebooting. And Aava can try and drag you to safety or do something else. But Indy, it's you, Yasmin, and Vanessa. Vanessa is in the smoke. It's very hard to see. You can see the computer because of its screen. It is 100% now. First person to grab it can go. The armored hard drive. So you can make an athletics check to grab it and get out the door and start running.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Hit the bricks.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking. It'll be a 4.
Okay. So Yasmin is going to fire at Dr. Oss, but it's going to be half because she is in cover and she's in concealment because the smoke. And Dr. Oss is going to return fire, and because Dr. Oss is going to shoot Yasmin. So Yasmin gets shot and goes down. The bullet flies past your head. As you're running between them during this crossfire, because again, it's not a huge room. But you get the hard drive, you're in the hall, and now there's this other smoky cloud of stuff coming out of a dead body. That doesn't look good. So, new round. Dr. Oz is still alive. Yasmin is down. You don't know if she's dead or not. But Felicia is stunned this round. Aava, Indy's got the briefcase. And you heard gunshots going on in there. And the room is filling up with the nano.
The fucking bricks, Aava.
All right. I'm just gonna duck down.
Princess, carry me.
Yeah, okay. I will duck down and grab Felicia and then just book it out.
All right, athletics.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to spend a fate point to reroll that on expensive cyberware. Well, that's a little better. It's a 1.
Well,
instead of a -2.
Guess what? A 1 is enough to escape the cloud because it's a cloud of nano machines. They're very small. They're very slow. Like, it's creeping doom. It's not running doom. So Indy, give me the same roll.
I bet nanites could run doom.
Hey, if it's a 1, yeah, I beat that.
Yeah. So the real question is, do either of you, one of you is going to be shot at as Dr. Oz gets out the room carrying a slick as fuck gun.
Well, obviously it's Indy, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have the laptop.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's pissed at me.
All right. That's a 5. She is an in-boss. She gets +6 on everything.
That's a 2.
All right, that's 3 stress then.
What? Okay. Remind me of everything I can do with stress. How can I mitigate?
Well, consequences really are it, or spending fate points to raise your roll.
When am I down?
When you can no longer fill in a stress box.
Okay.
And
all
can't
right.
or won't take a consequence.
Okay, I have to take a severe consequence.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Gut shot.
Gut shot. Yeah, gut shot.
Yeah. Gut shot. You get shot. I will invoke it for free because I can, because there are consequences. You stumble, you get outside the room right at the vault. You're basically outside the corridor in the vault room, and you stumble to the side, but you are gut shot. It's not good, but you have the briefcase. Dr. Oz is running behind you, but Felicia. So new round, you reboot. You're being carried by Aava. You're right outside the vault door. You know, you're the room with the vault door.
Did we win?
Not yet.
Kid, we're winning. We're winning. Don't worry about it. Get your feet on the ground. Get your head on a swivel. And take this. All right, it's the fucking laptop.
Someone's gonna have to carry or help Indy. Indy, you cannot use athletics now.
I'm gonna wait up for Yasmin.
Okay. So Felicia, you get on your feet. You could see Dr. Oz looking incredibly cool and evil with her slick as fuck gun. A cloud of a nano swarm cloud right behind her, but she's out racing it, firing the gun at all of you, screaming, "Give it back!" Yeah, she's going to try and kill you all. So, what are you going to do?
Okay.
If you have a fate point, I can give you a suggestion for this cost of a fate point.
I have a suggestion, but it's going to be pretty severe. But I think Faye is going to be in with me on this. So, remember that thing of grenades that I've been carrying around forever?
Yep.
I'm going to use my fate point to declare that there is enough that somebody holding the bag could obliterate somebody else with them, as long as they're not too picky about surviving it. So I think Indy and I are going to make an exchange. I'm going to get the laptop, and I'm going to give the bag to Indy.
Yep. And I'm going to say, all right, look, you two got to make it back to the boat. I'll follow right behind you. Okay. And I am going to charge Dr. Oz.
Okay.
With the bag.
Aava, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'd never lie to you.
You told me to go, so I'm going to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You trust her implicitly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be behind you shortly.
All right, so Felicia and Aava start heading up the stairs. Indy, you can narrate this.
So I think Dr. Oz gets off a couple more shots. not just clipping me, but my shirt is definitely red by now. Those grenades have had their pins pulled, and I think it's less of a run than an eventual just stumble into a grapple, into a smile, and then the fucking corridor whites out.
Yeah. Felicia and Aava, you're both like almost up the staircase when you feel the ground shake, and a cloud of dust just comes up from below and coats both of you, and you can feel the shockwave from down here. It is. How do you react, Felicia?
I think I knew this was happening. Like we had that exchange, and so like I'm really broken up. I'm just like crying and holding the laptop briefcase.
Okay, and Aava?
I don't think I'm doing great.
Yeah. So the two of you are close enough to the surface now that you could start to hear the gunfire. It's not as intense as it was when you went down, but it's still up. There's still a battle going on. It's still chaotic, and that sort of like, oh shit, I need to move. Instinct takes over at this point. You need to get away. One of you don't even know which one has the radio. You call for it. Extraction. Claire is there. Waiting by the northern. She got as close as she could to the tower. The two of you. She has a little dinghy on the beach. As the two of you run, get on the boat. Then get to the boat and start getting away from the island. As you get some clearance, you can hear the roar of the Hydra and the electric lightning bursts, and all the radios crackle like, "I am the new leader." You can hear the voice of the leftover, but I am the leader of this island. I am Cointract. This island is now under my control. It is no longer. And then there's just static again. Yeah. With that, Claire just looks at you. He's like, "Where's Indy? What?
She's right behind us."
Oh, what's that? What's in the briefcase?
Everything?
It's nothing important.
Okay. Yeah. So do you tell Claire what happened, or do you let her? Because her plan is to go to the nearest big city on the mainland and, break the news and make you celebrities. But you have it, and no one else knows that you have it. Everyone else, Vilkas von.
We're not telling Claire what we have, like, to protect her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aava, you and Felicia, you open it up. It contains all of the data. You can see just unrestricted, unredacted, but it has of every single project Cointract works and how to replicate it. Then there's Project Mendicant, which none of you have heard of. It's apparently before Cointract there is Project Mendicant. The project overview is there's actually redactions in this one project. It's a drug that boosts intellect and scientific insight. And apparently all of the original researchers behind the core technology for Cointract Island use this drug. But its origin is redacted. All the names of the scientists are redacted. Aava, you realize you could look into this if you wanted to. But yeah, what do? You have this priceless, unique archive of just decade, if not hundreds of, like, just more advanced science than anywhere else that could change any number of things. You could hunt down Hathor and Venus and help they give it to them or use it with them, or sell it or destroy it. I'll just what are you thinking?
I start. All right, so I think on Cointract you can only really use your like Cointract supplied phones, right? Because they have their fucking networks or whatever.
Oh yeah, it has Wi-Fi, so you have to get a Wi-Fi. So when you get to the mainland, you could go to a cyber, a cafe or something, a coffee shop. But
so
you have to get a SIM card. Yeah.
Felicia and Aava, when the two of you are back mainland and can check your like non-Cointract Gmail accounts and shit, you both have an email. And it is from Indy and is dated several days ago, before the events of everything that happened. And it says something along the lines of just kind of sending this in case things go tits up. If I'm still alive, feel free to ignore it and just, mark this as spam. But hey, kind of got a feeling I'm not going to make it through this. I'm a swindler. I'm not a fucking cyber assassin. If I don't make it, I'm signing over my rights to whatever the fuck Claire's making to the two of you. Royalties go to the two of you in a joint account. Everything we made on Cointract Island in my name goes to the two of you. I just got a request. Couple anyway. Take care of my kids, my ex-wife. You can use the rest however you want.
Felicia, what are you thinking?
I feel like we're gonna have to destroy this.
That's what I was thinking too.
I don't think anybody should have this. This is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should golden land it. I think we should wipe the data and throw the drive into the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. And are you going to follow Claire's offer to become celebrities?
Oh, I definitely don't want to be a celebrity.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I think the story of Cointract needs to get out. I think she should have as much as possible. I think we should help her with her story, but I don't want to be famous.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. There's some money in it as consultants. Claire figures out how to say Indy was the one, she has footage of all of you by herself, so she emphasizes Indy as the heroic person who guided her through there. So Indy becomes a celebrity, posthumously.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, well, at least now my kids that I never got to see will know that I was a decent kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some royalty checks because they, gotta get your life rights, and likeness rights for various, made for TV movies and whatnot, or streaming movies. And
I can't believe you're going to get played by Scarlett Johansson.
That is in my will. Don't let Scarlett Johansson play me.
Do either of you track down or look into this mendicant thing, the predecessor project to Cointract, or do you want to let these things stay buried?
I mean, I think we gotta have to, since we're the only people that know about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The something that boosted human intellect to allow them to make leaps but it made leaps, but look at what it made. And all the researchers who used it are dead, but there's some clues to track down. You jump back into the shadows to look. The only other thing is, Aava, you do get an email. Hathor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very subtle. It's an image of a beach somewhere. Says, "Wish you were here."
Oh,
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah. Well, do you look for that beach?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. I guess that's as the end credits for Cointract go. You find yourself looking at the same beach when you hear something come out of the jungle behind you. We turn and see Aava looking and smiling. Felicia, do you go with Aava, or are you going to stay at the Cat Girl Cafe, or look into? Do you follow Aava to see Hathor and Venus? Or are you?
No, I think we split up at the end of Resident Evil 2 and 3,
Mhm.
and so I just walk around with a cat ear hoodie on. Going into old shitty labs and sneaking into MIT in the middle of the night and.
So we had that was the previous scene was Felicia in the Catgirl hoodie opening with a crowbar, opening up a locked door, and she pans her flashlight across an abandoned lab. She starts rifling through a case labeled mendicant. Yeah, and then we cut to Aava on the beach, and that's the ending. Yeah, that is Cointract Island. Questions, comments? How did you all like the ending or the finale?
I had a great
I dug it. It was great.
Yeah, Faye, when you at the very beginning of the campaign, you're like, oh, here's my idea for a boss. Is like, that's the fun. Yeah, and you was like,
Fuck.
some super genius decides to solve the issue of microplastics, creates a nano cloud, that eats all plastic, everything. Say, well, yeah, that's an end boss right there. It's going to be the CEO of the nanoswarm. Yeah, so good job there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of fun working in all the major NPCs and the bosses and many. It's kind of a boss rush right at the end. Yeah, and the island. I would imagine at this point the leftover does win, and the leftover has a lot of the research in his head, so like he can still replicate not everything. He loses some of it because only the briefcase had 100% of all the data. So you've set him back because the Doctor also set it to wipe the server after it was copied over all the data. So there's only one thing with all of the data. So, but yeah, the leftover does contain the Hydra because, he doesn't want the island to burn either. And the island just becomes wild and overrun with Chimera. And it becomes a shitstorm that no one wants to touch. So no one wants to clear it. So they set up like a quarantine. So it's like a UN thing. Like the UN, I would imagine, would be set up different navies would set up ships to make sure no one goes in or out. And they hope that, without resources and supplies, everything on the island is just going to starve. Yeah, which will definitely work out. There definitely won't be, bribes or submarines bringing in supplies. And
or people with things like Hathor who can photosynthesize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one knows
Definitely
about Hathor.
No.
Yeah. You really helped Hathor get away. So
definitely no awful underwater creatures.
Yeah. The leftover's not going to start going like underwater and just start building like fucking biomechanical whales you can pilot and just go all Aquaman. Definitely not. Don't worry about it. So, but yeah,
Cointract. Don't worry about it.
That's the motto. But yeah, that was a really beautiful ending. I really like the touch. Poor Indy. We hardly knew you. The
last thing I stole was your heart.
Oh, the thief with a heart like Columbo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do know for the next art, I'll commission portraits for all your characters. So I'll message you all about that.
Oh yeah.
And by the time you're listening to this, we'll I don't know if you'll.
By the time you're listening to this, we'll already be dead.
Oh no. Well, I do want to do one more podcast. Actually, I should probably stop the recording. Thanks all for listening. We'll talk about it later.
Can somebody tell Ross I just started eating, so it's going to be about 20 minutes.
Oh damn. Okay, thanks for the heads up. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.